not a Christmas goes by without watching Home Alone with my younger brother.
Isn't that amazing? Isn't that amazing? That just still blows my mind that like it has this life for so long. And yeah, I love that you and your brother get together because that's the stories I hear is like my family gets together and we all laugh together and we all, every year we do it. My grandmother and us, it's always something family oriented and a lot of laughs. And
Yeah.
to be a part of it is just the blessing of my life. Amazing.
So cool, man. Yeah, truly like
Absolutely.
one of those timeless films. It can be enjoyed no matter what year, what time, what like it's just
Because
Generation.
John Hughes wrote a brilliant script. It starts there. I mean, he not only made a movie that had, I mean, that has all that heart and Christmas thing to it, but it's about a kid. The kid can handle himself, and he's only a little kid. And even though the parents screw up, I think families love that. Like the kids thought, oh, I could handle that, and then the parents thought, oh, if I ever really mess up that bad. I think my kid can handle. Like it was a very positive
yeah.
family message, and then you put all the silly stuff that me and Pesci were doing on top of it. John Hughes just created a little masterpiece, and Chris Columbus, the director, executed perfectly, and everybody was great in their parts. But it really started with Mr. Hughes having that vision.
Yeah, what was it like working with Mr. Pesci and then coming back for a sequel? And did you feel like you just had those characters so nailed down that coming back for a sequel was just, oh, this is going to be fun?
The sequel was crazy fun. I knew Joe before. Me and him had done a movie that no one's ever seen called "I'm Dancing as Fast as I Can," and even if you saw it, we were both cut out of it. We played two guys in a mental institution, and
Wow.
it was a drama, but like we giggled the whole time, and he was so friggin' funny, and we were in. So when we got into Home Alone together, we already kind of had a way of being fun and funny with each other, and the script was so silly, and the vision was going to be that. By the time we got to the sequel, it was ridiculous because I mean we were just at that point, like in the first one, we were supposed to be scary at the beginning, and with Joe, like you got that. Pesci can't
Yeah.
walk into a room without like, oh crap. It's but by the end of the first one, you knew we were idiots. When you started the second one, we were already we weren't going to fool anybody to be scary, so it was just stupid from the beginning to the end, that cartoon kind of thing. And in some ways, that was even more fun than the first one because it was just balls to the walls stuff to do, fun stuff to
Yeah.
do.
How much was that time in between shooting the first one and the second one?
A year and a half, 2 years or
Yeah,
something. I
not that
mean,
long.
it takes a while, Yeah, it felt like a lot. I mean,
Yeah.
like it hit. It was a surprise hit when it came out. So it was but then they chased it right away. I mean, like it was number one movie, and then it was a number one movie, whatever. I mean, in those days, like it stayed in the movie theater for a long time,
Yeah.
and they started to put it together and got John to write a second crazy one, and yeah, I guess it wasn't that long, and I did City Slickers in between them, so I was
Oh,
having that
wow.
was I was on a roll. I was doing City Slickers when Home Alone came out. That's when I found out it was a hit because Billy, I never been in a hit movie. I mean, I'd been in good movies, but not like a hit. And Billy, he's Mr. Show Business. So he had his Hollywood Reporter every week delivered to wherever the hell we were. And he said, your movie's number one. And I was like, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
And then the next week he gets his Hollywood Reporter. He says, your movie's number one again. I said, all right, what does that do for me? And
Yeah.
he says 3 weeks, 4 weeks. It was like number one for the whole shoot of City Slickers. And by
Wow.
the end of it, Billy was like, "This is crazy," and like no. So it was quite. Yeah, it wasn't. It was
Yeah.
a little engine that could kind of thing.
Yeah.
It was sweet.
Was there ever a point where you like felt that this number one hit? You know, it came to your like people started coming up to you all the time, or something in your life changed? Was there a moment that you like, whoa?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. When everybody started looking at me.
Yeah. That's
I
awesome.
mean, suddenly I'm, like I was an actor, but especially kids, my kids, the fame that I got from that movie affected me in a lot of ways, but it affected my kids and we just moved to a small town. Like I've never been a fan of living in a city or anything like that. We moved up to a little town called Moss Beach up in like outside San Francisco, but like a little. It was beautiful, and we just moved there, and my wife moved everybody there while I was shooting City Slickers. And then I came home from City Slickers and Home Alone, and all the kids in the school were like, Marv lives in Moss Beach, and was like, what? And so the kids got that was a sea change for them because they were the new kids in town and had Marv as a dad all of a sudden, like no one cared before. So that started changing my personal life in a way, just like the fame aspect of it. And business wise, it was a good thing, because like I was in a hit movie, and then I did City Slickers, which was another terrific movie, and suddenly people thought I knew what I was doing. I had them going for a while there, didn't I? Yeah,
Awesome.
kept rolling.
Cool, man.
That's such an amazing stretch. And then, was Diner one of your first films? Thank you for watching. Don't forget to drop a like if you enjoyed the video.
And subscribe and hit the bell for a whole lot more to come.